Dumelang Aksheni Ralocha Sanmanani Muleni. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our communities. A recent video from a travel influencer, Asya Brown, known for her vibrant TikTok travel content, took to social media to share very disturbing encounters she had while in Indonesia, Bali, right? Now, her experience that many of us, especially as Black people, can relate to, even if it's a very different context, right? And now, in the video, this woman, while simply enjoying a peaceful lunch, right, finds herself subjected to an invasive and disrespectful act. A Chinese woman, seemingly without any sense of courtesy or awareness, begins taking pictures of her without asking for permission, treating her like she's I don't know, some kind of zoo animal. And I'll tell you, right, watching this video as a Black woman, I was both shocked and deeply upset. Let's watch it together.
Hello.
Hi.
Are you from Africa?
No, I'm from
America?
California.
Okay,
Yeah.
America.
Yeah.
California, America Latin.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Nice.
Now, first of all, let me just say this, right? There's a discomfort that comes with being Black in spaces where you are often reduced to otherness. And then by otherness, I mean being viewed not as a person, but as an object of fascination or curiosity. And I can feel the frustration in Aya, right? You could see her face. She wasn't happy. She wasn't flattered. She wasn't comfortable. And she was caught in that moment where she felt trapped between standing up for herself and avoiding being labeled aggressive, which is also a label all too often used to silence Black people, especially Black women, when they assert themselves, right? And Aya's video has actually gotten a lot of attention, but what's more troubling is how many of us can resonate with what happened to her. I mean, it's 2024 and we're still having these conversations, first of all, right? And it shouldn't be a racial request to be treated with basic human dignity and respect. I mean, I was simply sitting down to have her lunch, minding her own business, when this woman chose to invade her personal space without permission. And this isn't just about taking a photo either, right? This is about dehumanizing someone, about turning them into a spectacle just because of the color of their skin. And that right there, right, I believe is a reminder of the everyday microaggressions that Black people face when traveling, or simply living in spaces where we're not considered as normal or expected, right? And we've seen it time and time again, whether it's in Europe or Asia or even parts of America, where Black people, particularly women, are often objectified and reduced to curiosities. I mean, let's check this video out of another Black woman who actually experienced the same thing.
My experience traveling while Black in Vietnam. The staring became a little overwhelming. I think they thought I was a celebrity. Or maybe they've never seen Black people in person. So many people stared at us.
Thank you.
Asking for permissions versus sneaking photos of me is always the right thing to do. Traveling while Black is definitely an art form you have to get used to. Otherwise, your travels can be very overwhelming.
I mean, when you walk into a room, especially in a place like Indonesia, where Black people are not the majority, there's an expectation that you're there to perform in some way. And when you don't meet these expectations, when you just a person going about your day, that discomfort often translates into these microaggressions, like being treated like a zoo animal or being photographed without consent. And let's not forget, right? This happens because of the belief that Black people, especially Black women, are public property in many spaces. Now, as a Black person myself, this hits home. I mean, I've traveled across the world myself and I've seen how people's perceptions of Blackness change when you're outside of the familiar, when you're in spaces where your presence is quote unquote abnormal, right? And I've been in places where people stare, take pictures, or approach me as though I'm an exhibit at a museum, right? I mean, it's exhausting. And it often leaves you feeling powerless. And that's the hardest part. You can't always react the way you want to because society has conditioned people to view Black assertiveness as aggressiveness or hostile. But let's be clear here, right? Setting boundaries is not aggression. Asking for basic human respect is not aggression. And in Aya's case, she was put in a position where she had to decide whether to speak up or risk being labeled angry or to remain silent and accept the violation of her personal space. And that's the dilemma Black people face so often. And it's a deeply unclear one. So what do we take from this? I believe we take the message that our humanity is not up for negotiation. We take the message that Black people deserve the same respect, the same dignity, and the same privacy as anyone else. This incident, while deserving, I believe should also serve as a reminder for us to challenge these microaggressions when we see them and to call out this dehumanization for what it is. I say, let's challenge that narrative. Let's demand respect because at the end of the day, our lives are not for entertainment and our bodies are not a spectacle. What do you think about this? Please, let's continue the conversation in the comment section. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till we meet again, it is goodbye for now.